Guess who came to visit us today? This morning I was having my cup of coffee, getting ready to go feed the animals, and Mocha, our dog, started barking. So I went out to check, and there was a car from Quebec pulled in. And I went out and I said, "Can I help you?" And he goes, "Do you remember me? I'm Gabar from Switzerland." And I just about had to pinch myself. I said, "What? You're here? How?" So he's a friend of my uncle in Switzerland. So some of you know that my mother is from Switzerland. And so I have a lot of cousins and family in Switzerland. And I've been over a few times. And I visited this guy's farm. He runs an organic farm along the Lake of Geneva. Beautiful, beautiful country. And our son, Elton, had worked for him in 2016, I think, summer. Anyway, in visiting, we always said, "Hey, when you come to Canada, come visit us." Well, he took us up on it. And he had an old phone number. It didn't work, so he wasn't able to reach us, so he just showed up. And what a surprise it was. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello from Switzerland.
Hello from Switzerland, and you come.
Yeah, right. Here he's explaining to me about a type of weed that we only have a couple of, but I guess it becomes a very noxious weed or a very problematic weed in Switzerland. And so we're discussing it and what it means in our pasture.
Really? They show that the soil is too rich in fertilizer.
Okay.
Compacted.
Yes.
With cattle, they will appear, and they could spread them to half of the biomass, and nobody will eat them.
Right. So we'll take it out.
No, you need that's deep.
You need a special fork. Yeah. So as I went to look after the cows, he found a bar in the Kubota and, in typical farmer fashion, helped me to remove the weed. I guess like us, you see a rock, you got to carry it out. For him, he had to get the bar and get that weed out of there. But turns out it was easier said than done to get that weed out. So we had to flip it over and pull it out from the upside down. It's very wet. Oh, okay, because of all the rain we've just had. But we got it. And he was able to show me the roots and tell me what it does. And here we are moving the cows together. He's taking pictures and hauling the cows like he would in Switzerland. Surprising how similar it is to the way we do it here. Gabar, this guy is for coyote and fox. Okay. And in case you couldn't understand what he said, "I have 3 of them." And in Switzerland, they have a wolf problem. The wolves are becoming increasingly more numerous, and the wolves go after calves. And that's much worse of a problem than coyotes are here. Babies, I'm looking for any that might not have a tag. Because if there's a baby without a tag, it means it's new. This one is a new, one of the 4 I told you. Oh yeah. New mother. And this one too. It's one of those days I wished I had somebody with me to film it with the camera. It just happened so spontaneously that, I wasn't able to do much. He looked at our alfalfa, which is the first time I've grown alfalfa, and he told me how to cut it and how to dry it in order to make really good feed for the cattle. But I think the most memorable was our conversation talking about the scale and size of farm. He said, "Your farm is a family scale." He said so many of the farms out west, and he worked out west as a kid, and then he's headed out west this year again. He said they're so huge. He said the farmers get up in the morning, they get in their tractor, they eat in their tractor, they spend all day in their tractor, they sometimes even sleep in their tractor. He said the farms are just way too big. And industrial agriculture with thousands of chickens. He saw our brooder, he saw the chickens, he saw our hens in the field, and he said, "This is really, really nice. This is family scale farming." He really thinks that that's the way of the future. It's big enough to support our family, and it feeds 400 or 500 families every week, so it's significant. But it's not huge on an industrial scale, and it can still work holistically. How are you, little cutie? And my bird of the day is this beautiful little female yellow warbler. She's plucking cotton off this little ornament from our front porch. What the perfect material for making her nest.